All right, so you're thinking about taking the family on an RV trip to Yellowstone? That's awesome. But let's be real. This isn't just any vacation. We're talking about a full-on, epic adventure right into the heart of one of the wildest, most incredible places on the entire planet. You know, for a kid, Yellowstone is basically a real-life storybook come to life. The earth literally burps mud. Waterfalls are just roaring, and these giant, fuzzy bison just wander right past your window. It's pure magic. But for us parents, yeah. Let's just say the planning part can feel like a second full-time job.
And that right there is the biggest challenge. I mean, Yellowstone is massive. We're talking almost 3,500 square miles. To put that in perspective, it's bigger than Rhode Island and Delaware combined. So if you pick the wrong spot to park that RV, you are signing yourself up for a world of driving.
So what's this number all about? 4. 4 hours. That is how much time you and your family could be stuck in the car every single day, just driving to and from the main sites if you pick the wrong base camp. That's 4 hours of, are we there yet? A day. But don't worry, we're going to help you avoid all that.
And that is exactly what we're here to do. Think of this as your family-friendly cheat code for Yellowstone. We're going to give you a super clear, simple strategy to slice right through all that confusion. You'll be able to make the right calls and make sure your family remembers the incredible geysers, not the endless traffic jams.
Okay, let's get right into it. Your entire trip pretty much hinges on this one single decision. Seriously, this is the most important choice you're going to make because it shapes everything that follows. So what is it? Do you stay inside the park or do you stay outside?
Well, the trade-offs here are pretty crystal clear. Option 1, stay inside the park. You wake up and boom, there's an elk grazing right outside your window. You've already beaten the morning rush at the gates. Sounds perfect, right? Well, the catch is you'll probably have no hookups, no water, no electricity, and definitely no cell service. Plus, booking a spot, it's a total battle. Option 2, stay outside. You get all the creature comforts. Full hookups, Wi-Fi for the kids, swimming pools, easy trips to the grocery store. The only downside, you guessed it, that daily commute back into the park.
So here's our verdict. Honestly, don't overthink this one. For most families, especially if it's your first time or you've got younger kids, staying outside the park is the hands-down winner. Let's be real. Happy kids with a pool to jump into and some Wi-Fi in the evening means very happy parents. It just works.
Now there is one exception to this rule. We call it the Full Hookup Unicorn. It's a place called Fishing Bridge RV Park. It is the only campground inside all of Yellowstone that has full hookups. Water, sewer, electric, the whole shebang. So what's the catch? Well, it's located in prime grizzly bear country. And because of that, there's a huge rule. Absolutely no tents, no pop-ups, no soft-sided campers of any kind. Hard-sided RVs only. I'm not kidding. If you show up with a pop-up, they will turn you away. It's a safety thing.
All right, so decision 1 is made. We're staying outside the park. So now for the next big question. Where? We need to pick our home base. The best way to think about the gateway towns around Yellowstone is that they each have their own personality, their own vibe. The goal here is to find the one that best matches your family's style. So let's run through the main options real quick. First up, you've got West Yellowstone. This is the bustling, super convenient hub. It's perfect if your main goal is seeing the geysers, like Old Faithful. The trade-off? It gets really crowded. Then you have Gardner, up at the north entrance. This town has a much more authentic, kind of wild feel. It's your best bet for wildlife spotting in Lamar Valley, but you'll find fewer kid-focused amenities. And finally, way out east, you've got Cody. This is all about cowboy culture and the famous nightly rodeo. It's a ton of fun, but just know it's the longest drive to get to the park's main loops.
Okay, so hopefully you've got a town in mind. Now let's get even more specific and talk about the best campgrounds. We've gone through and picked out the absolute top spots for families in each of these main towns.
All right, if you land on West Yellowstone, there's one name you're going to hear over and over again, Grizzly RV Park. People call it the gold standard, and for good reason. It's super clean, it's modern, and the location is just perfect.
So what makes it so great for families? Well, for the kids, there's a great playground, and the roads are all paved and smooth, perfect for bikes and scooters. But the real game changer, the big win here, is that you can literally walk next door to the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. This means you are guaranteed to see bears and wolves up close. It's a perfect backup plan for those days when the wildlife in the park decides to be shot.
Okay, let's say you're leaning toward that more wild, authentic vibe of Gardner up north. In that case, the place you want to look at is Sun Outdoors Yellowstone North. It's a really modern, well-run park, and it's right on the beautiful Yellowstone River. The big win here? The sites are huge and perfectly level, which, trust me, is a massive bonus in that kind of rugged mountain terrain. For the kids, they've got easy access to go play down by the river, and you're super close to some commercial hot springs. It's a great spot for a family swim, especially since that popular swimming spot at the boiling river inside the park is now permanently closed after the floods.
All right, what if you want a campground that's basically a vacation destination all by itself? Well, then you're going to want to look east to Cody, Wyoming. The Cody KOA Holiday. It's not just a place to park your RV, no way. This place is a full-blown family resort.
This place is your secret weapon for when the kids get parked out. You know, when they've had enough geysers for one day. It is loaded with stuff for them. A heated pool, a giant bounce pillow, mini golf, the works. And the big win for the whole family? They have a free shuttle that takes you straight to the famous Cody Night Rodeo. So you get all the fun of the rodeo without any of the hassle of trying to find parking. It's perfect.
Okay, so you've picked your town, you've booked your campground, you're all set, right? Well, almost. Surviving and thriving in Yellowstone with a family takes a few extra pro tips. This is the stuff that the Yellowstone veterans, the families who go back year after year, absolutely swear by. First thing you do when you get there, and I mean the very first thing, is go turn your kids into junior rangers. The program is completely free, and it is an absolute game changer. You just grab one of the little activity booklets at any visitor center. As you explore the park, your kids will be spotting wildlife and checking off thermal features. Then, at the end, they go back to a ranger who checks their work and officially swears them in with a real badge. Seriously, it's the best souvenir they could possibly get.
All right, let's talk packing. This is your pro list. Number 1, binoculars. And not just one pair, get a cheap pair for every kid. It will save you so much trouble. Next, blackout shades for the RV. The sun can stay up past 9 p.m. in the summer, and you'll want the kids to actually sleep. Also, download the Guide Along audio tour app before you go. It uses your phone's GPS, so it works offline, and it's like having your own personal tour guide narrating your drive. And finally, the most important one, layers, layers, layers. I'm talking about mornings that can be near freezing and afternoons that hit 80 degrees. You'll need to be ready for both, sometimes on the same day.
And you absolutely need to be mentally prepared for the bison jam. This is a very real thing. It's when a 2,000-pound bison decides that, you know what? The middle of the road is a great place to take a nap. And when that happens, traffic just stops. And it doesn't start again until he decides it starts again. Which brings me to possibly the most important piece of advice in this whole guide. Always, always make everyone use the restroom before you leave camp. Just trust me on this one.
And last but not least, a really critical booking tip. Those best campgrounds we're talked about, they open up reservations anywhere from 10 to 13 months in advance. And they don't just sell out over a few weeks, they sell out instantly, like in minutes. So if you're thinking about a trip for next summer, you should probably be looking to book your site like right now.
Look, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this simple idea. A beautiful view of a geyser just doesn't matter if everyone in the car is hungry, tired, or just sick of being in traffic. Good planning isn't about scheduling all the fun out of your trip. Not at all. It's about taking care of the boring stuff, removing all that stress, so you and your family are free to actually enjoy the magic when it happens.
So there you have it. The cheat code is yours. The logistics are solved. Now there's really only one question left to answer. With all that figured out, what will your family discover first? Will it be the eruption of Old Faithful, the incredible rainbow colors of the Grand Prismatic Spring? Or maybe, just maybe, the distant howl of a wolf in the Lamar Valley? Your adventure is out there, waiting for you.